Hi, how you doing? I'm real. I'm that's real. Hi. So I just watched the first episode of the beginning after the end anime, and yeah. So so the only problem that I can like really talk about is the animation. Like the animation is the only real problem. So far, it's adapted the story like. I'm a really big fan of the manhwa, so for this to actually like be a thing that's coming out, it's like really exciting me. But it's also like not as exciting because the animation is like they use a lot of, like still frames, right? I don't know if that's what it's called, but you know like when it's a shot where like somebody will move, stop, and it just keep going. Like they do that a lot. Like it just skips right to the next scene, and like that's what they do that a lot in the first episode. And it's not really as much of a problem because it's not like it's not really as much of a problem as it would be if it was like all still frames. But like it's not like Blue Lock level, right? But it's still kind of like aggravating when you really look at it. I can understand why they chose this approach to the animation because as of right now in this part of the series there isn't going to be a lot of fighting. There's not too much fighting. Like from what I can remember, there's like 4 or 5 like fights, and it wasn't really any meaningful fights like with named characters. They're really just like bandits, and like that's really it. Like there is a couple of fights in this part of the anime, but it's not really like too important to the series. Like you can just change the characters and it'll still be the same fight. Really, it's really just Arthur just dominating a bunch of adults. I really like. One thing I really want to see is like, I already know because the first episode it already told me a lot of how the community is going to be. Like, because Arthur is a baby right now, right? And they're literally just like carrying him around. It's a bunch of cute scenes. He's reading books and shit. Like it's really cute scene. But in like a couple of episodes, he's going to be murdering full-grown adults, like as a kid. So it's like, I'm really like curious how it's going to be for those people thinking it's gonna be a slice of life anime and they just see this 4-year-old just kill a bunch of fucking kidnappers. like like imagine a 40-year-old dad, right? He just got home from work, he watched anime when he was growing up, so he wanna share this experience with his kids. He finds something that he like is the beginning at the end. He never read the manga. He don't even know that it's a manga. He just think it's another anime that came out without manga, right? So he get his kids, his wife and all that, they're watching it together. They get to like episode 5 or 6, and then Arthur stabs a man in his neck trying to save a elf girl. And then he had to explain to his wife why he just put a fucking murder on the screen. It's a crazy thought when you like actually think about it. Like granted, he did do it for a good reason, but it's still a 4-year-old murdering people. So it's kind of crazy. From the trailer that I saw, it feels like it's going to end like right after he comes from his adventures as Nope, I feel like the season is going to end like right after he comes home, or like right before he goes to the school. Like I feel like it's gonna be a freeze frame and him walking up to the school like this, and he's gonna see I forget the elf princess name. I can never remember her name. I feel like it's gonna be like right like that, or it's gonna end on a scene that we saw where there's like a paint up of him like as a teenager. I feel like that's where it's gonna end. I'm low-key kind of scared for the series for the I'm low-key kind of scared for the future of the series though, because as of right now, like I said before, there aren't going to be that many fights in the series. There's literally like let me not say fights. There's not going to be any meaningful fights, really. Like it's really just Arthur saving people from bandits at this point in the series, right? So I feel like a lot of people aren't going to really vibe with this series because of that simple fact. Like for this part of the story, it's really just a slice of life anime. Like it really is. Like yeah, there is like I said before, Arthur murdering people, like right, but there isn't really a lot of things going on that's too crazy. Yeah, later on in the series, maybe if they reach season 2, it's definitely gonna be a couple of crazy things happening, right? But as of right now, there isn't going to be anything that's really going on. Really, like it's going to be not boring. Like, it's not gonna be boring for people like me who can just enjoy a series. Like, it doesn't have to have fighting in it for me to enjoy it, right? But for people that just grew up with shonen anime, it's not gonna be that good for them because they're just gonna expect, oh my gosh, where's the fighting? Where's the fighting? This animation is ass. My mom doesn't love me. Like, you know? So, one thing I really want for this series is for them to switch, like, animators. Like, I know I say it's not as much of a problem, but I do hate the free scripts. Like, like I'm going to glaze the anime no matter what. This is one of my favorites of all time, right? So I'm going to say everything good about it no matter what, right? I'm going to, you know, they can show a fucking, they can show something that wasn't even in the series. They can show fucking Elon Musk doing the Nazi hand sign and say that was a good thing. I'm still going to glaze the series, all right? I'm not going to enjoy the fact that they did that, but I'm going to talk about how good the series is, all right? That's pretty much all I had to say, you know. Uh, this actually works out, and I hope that season 7 comes out soon enough. Alright, be kind, be safe, be happy, be good people, and kick you later. Bye bye.